Welcome to the May edition of What's in Bloom at the Ruth Bancroft Garden. We're a little late this month because I was away. I was speaking at the convention of the Cactus and Succulent Society of America in San Diego, and then a little trip to Baja after that. But I'm back, and here we are with May What's in Bloom, and starting with this beautiful plant, which is Penstemon spectabilis. Now, there are lots of garden penstemons that aren't really drought tolerant, but this is a true desert plant that grows alongside cacti and agaves in the Mojave Desert that's very, very drought tolerant. And isn't it spectacular in bloom right now with purple and blue and very attractive to the bees? There's three species of bee visiting it right now, just really having a good time. Penstemon spectabilis. Puya is a genus in the bromeliad family, with all the species coming from South America, except one that ranges north into Central America. But basically, the Andes is where you find most of them. The largest bromeliad in the world is a Puya from the high Andes. And we have quite a few species in the garden and some hybrids as well. And this one is a hybrid. And what I like about it is the big, bold rosette of leaves, which is there all the time, and then these wonderful inflorescences that are out now. And the combination of colors is truly wonderful. There's a sort of a wine tinge to the stalk and to the bracts and the sepals, and then the flowers emerge, and they are blue-green fading to purple-black, a color combination you find in Puya, and I don't know where else you would find that color combination, but there are really a lot of flowers. They start at the base of each floral branch and work their way towards the tip, and it's in full bloom right now. Puya hybrid. Here we have another plant that's very popular with the bees, Trichostema lanatum, the woolly blue curls, a California native in the Lamiaceae or mint family. And it's called woolly blue curls because the flowers are fuzzy and they have long arching styles and stamens that come out from it that make the curl. It's a wonderful drought tolerant plant, but it's not an easy plant to transplant. It likely will die if you try and dig it up and move it. And even getting it from the pot into the ground requires great care not to disturb the roots. But once going, it's a very trouble-free, easy to grow, drought-tolerant plant and terrific in bloom with these purple flowers. Leucospermum is a South African genus in the Protea family, and their common name is pincushions. Now, the reason they have that name, what looks like a flower here is really a flower head, multiple small flowers, and each one of those flowers has a long style that protrudes out from the flower cluster and makes it look like a pincushion. This particular one is called the rocket pincushion, and that's because as it gets going, the stigmas, as you can see here, are all downswept, like it's a rocket taking off. It's a marvelous plant, and it comes in a red form and a yellow form. We only have the red form here at the garden, but I did see the yellow form at UC Santa Cruz Arboretum, equally wonderful. The gray foliage and the bright colors of the flowers really make it a standout plant, and it has that tall form that is wonderful as a backdrop in a bed. Leucospermum reflexum is not a difficult plant to grow if you pay attention to its particular needs, and that is it does not want alkaline conditions, so make sure your soil or your water is not too alkaline, and it's very intolerant of high phosphorus levels, so use fertilizer with very low or no phosphorus in it in order to make it happy. Leucospermum reflexum. Well, here's a plant I'm very happy to have on What's in Bloom, and that is an agave hybrid that I made, a little less than 20 years ago, and it is Agave isthmensis ex colorata. Now, isthmensis is a little dwarf agave from the Isthmus of Tehuantepec in eastern Oaxaca, so way down in southern Mexico, and Agave colorata is clear on the other side of Mexico in the northwest in Sonora. And so the effect I was trying to get is a nice blue agave with really nice teeth and a compact ball-like form, and it really came through beautifully. And here it is for the first time flowering. So the flower on an agave shoots up like an asparagus stalk, and then if it's the kind that makes branches like this one, then they begin at the bottom and work their way up. So this one's working its way up. You can see where the bees are up there are the flowers that are open right now. So the inflorescence process is probably about three-quarters of the way through now, but it's a first for us to have this in flower, and I'm so happy to see it. Sometimes an agave doesn't make any offsets at all, and then after it blooms, you have to start again from seed. But this one has made a couple of offsets down there at the base, so we will have pups to keep on going after this one is finished blooming. Agave isthmensis ex colorata. We just looked at a flowering plant of my cross between Agave isthmensis and Agave colorata. And here is the same cross, uh, younger plants that have not yet come into flower. And you can see, if you look closely, that they are a little different from one another. And some of them have teeth spaced more closely and some a little farther apart. Some are a little bit different shade of blue than others, but all of them have that beautiful, rounded, compact form that I was really seeking in doing this cross. And I think they're all pretty wonderful plants. Well, that brings us to the close of this month's What's in Bloom. But if you're not near enough to come visit the garden and see these things for yourself, by all means, check out our website. We have lots of different things on the website. I post pictures on Tumblr, and there's a tab for that. There are pictures on Instagram. There are various events that take place at the garden, and you can find out all about all those things on our website at the Ruth Bancroft Garden.